You've heard us talk about them. They're in, and they're on the website.
Absolutely. Our brand new America's Diesel podcast, branded bills, badass, flex fit, performance material, sweat stain resistant. It literally feels like it cools your head.
I don't know how that's
amazing.
possible, but somehow it is. Yeah, you can rock it. You know, I'm more of a flat bill kind of guy. You can do that. You can curve it. For all you taco holder guys, you can even throw that in there.
Yeah.
And then snap back with a little bit of the flex fit.
Yeah.
Big head approved, small head approved.
And it's extremely comfortable. I almost guarantee, I say almost guarantee. No, I guarantee this is the most comfortable hat you will ever wear. And the logo, rubber. Awesome.
Yeah.
Came out great.
Super detailed rubber on there, so it's never going to fade on you. If you want to get one of these in your hands, they are $50, shipped to the lower 48, plus tax, if applicable in your state. Just go on the dieselpowerproducts.com, search hat, look for the fantastic Jam and Eagle logo, and pick yourself up some before they're out of stock.
Yeah.
You're listening to America's Diesel Podcast.
It's my birthday.
No, it's not. I know it's not your birthday because your birthday it's by my wife's birthday. I don't remember what exactly yours is. 4/19?
Yeah.
Really? Is it?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
I
You
swear.
serious?
Yes.
Wow.
You want to show you my ID?
I kind of want. I feel like you might be pulling this over on me right now. Well, I'll be. And that's the start of our podcast, people. We were just talking about birthdays. For some, can't remember why we talked about. Because of the date today. But
Well, because I lied and tried to convince you it was my birthday today.
Because today, the day we're filming is 8/24, and Tyler was like, "It's my birthday." I'm like, "No, it's not. I know it's not Tyler's birthday because his birthday is right on my wife's birthday, which is April 25th, 4/25." And I just look at him, I was like, 4/19. He's like, "Yep, that's it." I'm like, "Shut up. No, it's not." No, you're doing the thing that I know you've talked about. I can make anybody believe anything for like 30 seconds, minute tops.
Yeah.
So he just showed me his ID. It's 4/19. I feel like our friendship just kind of like just leveled up a little bit. You know?
I have no idea what your birthday is. It's actually you just
you would if you thought about it for a second.
May.
No, not even.
No, May I.
Not even.
May I speak? I mean, come on.
May I finish the sentence, please?
I mean, I was thinking. No, what it's a.
This is awesome.
I don't know. January. No, I mean June. I was meant June. July.
Wow, God. A little bit.
October.
Close.
November.
Yes.
8th. Oh. 23rd.
See,
First.
I'm going to say this, and you're going to be like, "Oh yeah, you're totally right." It's always right around Thanksgiving and Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Because whenever we're here doing it, we're always.
That's right.
Yeah.
Now, if I only knew what Thanksgiving was. It's like the 22nd, 3rd, 5th, 6th, 8th, 9th.
Those are all correct. It's the last Thursday of November.
Yeah. So
it could be any of those.
It's the day. Yeah.
Yeah. It could be anywhere from the 24th through the 31st.
31st.
It could be.
I'm talking about your birthday.
No, it's not.
Why are you saying it could be?
I'm talking about Thanksgiving.
Oh, well, I was still working on your birthday.
Oh yeah, it's November 28th.
I knew that.
Yeah, I know. Truth be told, on my 30th birthday, unbeknownst to Tyler, I helped him and his wife move.
Did you really?
Yeah. Me and Lynette were there helping you move out of your apartment down off one.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And I didn't tell him until later that day or Monday or something like that. I'm like, "Yeah, what'd you do on your? Oh, it was my birthday. It's my 30th. Yeah. Oh, what'd you do? I was helping you move." Like, you serious, man? What the hell? I'm like, I didn't have anything else to do. Like, you're literally my only friend.
Wow. Now I feel like a dick all over again.
Good.
This week's podcast episode is brought to you by Fuel Bomb Diesel Additive, an additive designed for diesel enthusiasts, made by diesel enthusiasts. Ben, take it away.
Hell yeah, dude. So this is our in-house Fuel Bomb fuel additive for your diesel truck. Our biggest thing here is making sure that you can pretty much always have diesel additive on you all the time. You've got a lot of other additives out on the market they have, anti-gel in there all the time. They have cetane in there all the time. They end up being big and bulky bottles. Our standard everyday diesel fuel additive is 1 ounce per 32 gallons, and that's its main job is to make sure that your fuel system stays lubricated and prevents the formation of algae. And it should also help you in colder climates too.
Should definitely help you in colder climates. Along with cleaning your fuel system and maintaining it, it'll also help you bump that cetane number up for a more efficient burn of your diesel fuel. And if cetane is just what you're after, there's the Fuel Bomb Hellfire, which is our straight 8+ cetane enhancer.
Yeah, and you guys asked, and we brought them back. We did go away from the bottles that didn't have the measuring little parts in there. We brought them back for you, so now you can measure out your 1 ounce per 32 gallons for the F-Bomb or 4 ounces per 32 gallons for the Hellfire.
Both these additives are available on our website, dieselpowerproducts.com. Now let's get back to that episode.
We're going to try something different here, folks. I listened to one of our podcasts, and I realized that the first, 10 minutes is all intro. It's like ads and stuff. So I'm going to try and cut that down a little bit.
I think that's a good idea. I want to refilm our intro.
Yeah. Well, I think, honestly, we don't even need a filmed intro anymore. We don't. I think we need literally a 3-second that just says, America's Diesel Podcast, go! With an eagle, and that's it.
Yeah.
Just so you know, you're listening to America's Diesel Podcast, and that's it. We don't need anything else. Salesman, no, fuck that. We don't need that stuff.
We need to find someone that has got that. Who's the guy that did the Ram commercials? The real deep voice guy.
Oh, Sam Elliott.
Yeah. That's who we need.
Yeah.
He probably wouldn't do it. But
oh no. He probably I don't want to.
Yeah. No.
No. You guys could all just screw off.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
it's gonna be funny. You know how Off-Road Power Products was trying to get a hold of Kevin Costner for the longest time.
Yeah.
We should reach out to him to do our intro. What if he actually did it? That would be a big slap in the face to Kyle. He'd be so disappointed.
After one of them, Sam Elliott's like, "Hey guys, I noticed you were doing an impression of me. It's not bad, but I feel like I could do better."
You're listening to America's Diesel Podcast. That sounded like shit.
I wonder if he's actually on Cameo.
If he was, we could. Big wheels turning here, folks.
That would be freaking epic to have his voice as our intro.
So here's my new promise to everybody here as far as intros and ads go. You guys may have noticed that we have some ads that aren't even ours. They're just because we use Waypoint TV, which also just give them a follow. They have lots of hunting and stuff like that on there. But there's some of those ads. We will always make sure they are in the very beginning. I know Joe Rogan does, gets all the ads done in the beginning. Mm-hmm. So if you feel like skipping them, and they know I'm saying this too, so it doesn't matter. I'm not cheating anybody. You can skip them all you want there. But I'm going to try and make sure that our intros going into it, we don't have the, you obviously know it's America's Diesel Podcast. I don't need to bring that up again. Right. But just kind of get through a little bit faster there so we can get into the content more, guys.
Yeah.
I'm trying to help you out. I'm always going back and reviewing and listening to stuff. And if you're one of those people that skips our intros habitually, you're actually missing out on a lot because our intros may take a long time, but sometimes they're the freaking funniest part of the damn podcast.
Yeah.
So, thanks for tuning in. This is America's Diesel Podcast. You know us. We're Ben and Tyler. If it's your first time tuning in, appreciate it. We put new episodes out every two times a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays. You can find us on the social medias. We're trying to pump up our Instagram numbers. We go live every Wednesday around 5 or 5:15 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you want to have your beer with the boys on Wednesday, make sure and follow us on Instagram. That is run by me. You will not find any kind of ads or any kind of other shit on there because it's just me. Lastly, if you need parts for your diesel pickup, make sure and check out dieselpowerproducts.com. And your listener, you get nothing. But if you let whoever you're talking to know that you are a podcast listener, I do pay special attention to those orders, and it helps us let the big guys in the company know that we're not down here just farting around, that people listen to us actually buy stuff.
Yeah.
Also, reviews.
Oh, yeah. Let's keep those reviews coming in. Flies. Keep those reviews coming in. Leave a review on any podcast platform that you listen on, preferably iTunes. Even if you don't listen to it on iTunes, go on iTunes, download it, and then give us a 5-star review, and then you can listen on whatever else you want to. But screenshot that 5-star review, send it to podcast@dieselpowerproducts.com. Make sure you include a picture of your truck and an address that we can send a decal to. It looks just like the logo on our brand new badass America's Diesel Podcast hats, limited edition.
Limited edition. We are going to keep that ad in there though because we do want to get these puppies in everybody's hands.
Yeah. On everybody's heads.
On everybody's heads. In your hands, on your heads.
Goes from hands to heads.
In your brain.
Yeah.
Skynet. infiltrating your brainwaves with our cap.
We got a little microchip in there.
If you want to have a discussion about this podcast, YouTube is the best place to do that. These do get posted on YouTube. I know that nobody really watches freaking podcasts, but that's the best place to leave comments. We are considering, I'll open a poll up here, guys. So I think we should start our own, and it's not, I know we're not breaking, ground here. There's other podcasts that do it, but I want to know what would work best for you guys. And I know we're not going to be able to make everybody happy, but I feel like we've cultivated a really cool community of folks. And I feel like just having chats on Facebook, we could do better. I mean, on chats on Instagram, we could do better. So you guys tell me, would you prefer because we do have a Discord, if we actually made that public and people could get on there and we could basically have our own private forum on Discord, which is pretty cool. If you don't know what Discord is, and you're like me, because I didn't know what it was until someone told me, it is pretty cool. It's basically like the future forums. So if you want to get on that, we could go that route. Or would you guys rather we have a private Facebook group? I'm open either way. I know there's guys, I know a lot of people are anti-Facebook, which I totally understand, but there's also guys that are on Facebook that are like, I have technology, screw it. And they don't want to get in Discord, which I also totally understand. Yeah. So you guys let me know which one you think would work best. And I think we'll work on trying to get maybe a community page set up there.
Ooh.
Yeah. There will be a firewall. I got to verify who you are because it's going to be, if you've never tuned in to our Beers with the Boys chats on Wednesdays, it's basically going to be like that, but on steroids as far as
yeah.
It's going to get spicy. Lots of good information, lots of spice. Bring your Tums. Yeah. Because we all got heartburn. All right, let's get this episode started.
Yeah.
Do you want to start with 7.3 content or not?
Let's real quick, just some. I know we just kind of did a news episode, but one thing we didn't mention: Duramax, the 1500 new engine, new Duramax engine. What is it? The LZ0.
LZZ.
LZ.
No, that'd be LZZ. Sorry, LZ0.
LZ0.
Dumbass name.
I know. GM
Once again, Duramax stupid name. Sorry.
Well, L5P.
That was cool.
It's kind of cool. Kind of rolls off the tongue.
LML.
LBZ.
Yeah.
LB7.
7.
Yeah. But LZ0, it's kind of just a hard one to say. Anyways, as far as looking at it from the outside, looks pretty similar. But it does go up a little bit.
Holy.
Yeah, I don't know where the actual engine is located. It looks like they've stuffed the entire exhaust on the side of the engine, which is interesting. Yeah, kind of weird.
It is kind of weird.
I don't know. The exhaust is out the back. The exhaust comes out of the front of the engine. Is that what I'm seeing?
Yeah.
There's a cat and then another cat. I don't know. Looks complicated.
We're going backwards.
Yeah. Anyways, it's got more horsepower. What is it, 7%? Scroll up a little bit there. Sorry, I keep on making you go up and down. 305 horsepower, 495 foot-pounds of torque.
Okay, all right.
Compared to previous model, 277 horsepower, 460 foot-pounds of torque.
Okay.
So this makes it the most powerful diesel engine most powerful diesel mill in GM's 1500 pickup trucks. So is that more powerful than the V8s they put in them? Horsepower wise?
Then a 6.2?
I doubt it, right?
No, a 6.2 is pumping out at least 320, 350.
Yeah, who knows? I don't know.
I mean, torque wise, yes.
Torque, yeah, but yeah, horsepower. Still pretty good for a little inline 3-liter engine. Kind of cool. I don't know. Not my sauce, but
not my sauce either. I'll be honest, guys. Small diesel engines are what belong in TDIs.
Yeah, I mean they have their place. Like I said, I mean I owned the Eco Diesel for a little while, and it was a great little truck. Kyle just actually got one.
Yeah.
They have their place. They have their place. Commuter, grocery getter, your wife's rig, things like that. Scroll up a little bit.
That was so underhanded. That was so good.
No, those other paragraphs. I was gonna see if there's anything cool.
That was. Damn, Tyler. Tyler's usually the guy that's like thinks of a comeback the day later.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah. 2023 models, including the custom Trail Boss, which I think we already just beat the living shit out of in a previous episode for basically having nothing that is Trail Boss like specific. I don't know. High Country, LTZ, LT Trail Boss. 10-speed automatic, cool.
Good.
I like a lot of gears in my automatic. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Expected to open up by the end of 2022 calendar year. Because I was actually a little, I was wondering because they did say that they were discontinuing the original 3.0 diesel.
Right.
And
right.
I thought they weren't gonna bring it back. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't know they were redesigning a different engine with more power. But yeah, hey, it's cool. Has its place. Like I said, I still can't get over the look of those trucks though.
No.
They still haven't grown on me.
No, not me either.
So it's still an ugly truck with a.
I think for me, the whole half ton with the diesel thing, and this is like a really old podcast that we did. I'm talking, this is like sub 100.
Yeah.
Is the whole, when you and I were both on the phones, it's just the most heartbreaking calls were the folks that bought, I wouldn't say most, there's a lot of heartbreaking calls, but like where they bought a half ton diesel, they bought their Ram 1500 with the, the 3-liter eco diesel in it. Not a bad engine inherently, not a bad truck. Again, you had one, it did its job, it did what you needed to do. But it's when you see the truck, they're like, oh, diesel. And they immediately think like this is basically a 1-ton truck.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that the fault is on dealerships too for misinterpreting the truck.
100%.
Because we all know, I mean, I've gone to plenty of dealerships where it's like, there's that meme of the guy from, I don't even know, he's the guy with the mustache that's always like kind of dry, like, and he's at Home Depot and he's like, hey, can I help
Ron
you?
Swanson.
Yes, that guy.
I know more than you.
Yeah, exactly. You want to just walk up to the guy and be like, listen, just when I say I want to look in the truck, just grab me the key.
Yeah.
Because I know more than you.
And just so any of you listening know, if you are taking the time out of your life to listen to a diesel podcast, congratulations. There is a 99.99% chance that you know more than the guy trying to sell you this truck.
I would say 100% chance.
Yeah, there's every once in a while you may find a sales guy who's may just happen to know about diesel trucks, something like that. That's fine. But I'd say if you're talking to a sales man or woman, right, it's 2022, I get it. We're gonna stick with car salesman for now. If you're talking to a car salesman and he's under 30, I'd say 100% chance you know more than him. Even if this is the very first podcast you've ever listened to of ours, you already know more than him.
Yeah, 100%.
So be happy with that.
Yeah.
And just know that, whatever he says is shit.
Yeah. Like when this is a while ago when my wife had that Cherokee, that Trailhawk, we were looking for one that had the 2-liter turbo gas engine, and we went to I think it was Lithia, name drop, but this guy was like, we test drove this Cherokee, and he's like, yeah, it's got the 2-liter turbo, and I'm like sitting in the passenger seat, and I'm like, this thing does not have a turbo, like this is not, no. And then we like go back and pop the hood, and it wasn't the turbo. I'm like, dude, this isn't the turbo.
Yeah.
Like, so they'll especially if they think that you don't know what you're looking at, like they're gonna confuse you and they're gonna sell you on something that it's not. Mm-hmm. So you just gotta be careful with that.
God, I hate car salesmen.
Oh, especially after what Kyle was just going through. Like, oh my God, we should probably talk about buying cars from a dealership.
Well, I mean, we kind of have a little bit, but it's not a bad idea to kind of rehash that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure a lot of people are going to be buying cars. And everybody's going to be buying cars.
Yeah.
That's the name of the game.
All right, Ben, your 7.3 stuff. Here's your moment of glory.
Hell yeah, dude. So
bring it. I haven't even seen this article. Ben told me about it, and I couldn't find it anywhere, so it must have not gotten a lot of traction.
Thank you, Diesel World. 7.3 power strokes defying the odds. Turns out 7.3s are really good at index racing.
I love how they put the watch up there and go, don't worry, guys, it's just a 1-minute read.
Yeah. It's a 1-minute read, just like it's drag time.
So it takes 1 minute. 1 minute.
0 to 60, 1 minute. Yeah. But yeah, it turns out that don't get me wrong. If you're a 7.3 guy and you're immediately thinking you're going to make the most powerful truck known to man, it's not going to happen. Okay, I understand. Look at UCC. No one's making a 7.3A do that, or B, even just a V8 do that. They're all it's Cummins platform.
The first sentence or second sentence. Everyone loves an underdog, and in the world of diesel drag racing, it doesn't get much more long shot status than it does with a 7.3 Power Stroke.
That's where we shine.
Golly.
So, and what the cool thing here is, they're talking about like 770, 670, 590 index passes and being consistent.
Yeah.
And if you don't know about index racing, and I don't know a ton about it, but the name of the game with index racing is basically getting as close to your index number as possible without going over.
Yeah.
So if you can make a truck that's super consistent, albeit slow, or at least a slow drag time or something like that, you know what? You can win some gold. You can win some medal on that. And 7.3s are consistent, man. I mean,
I feel like this is totally like a participation trophy.
So Tyler over here is basically just dropping hammers on index racers, period.
How 7.3s are making quick and consistent. I feel like it should be how 7.3s are making consistently slow index passes.
Hey, man, consistency is
consistency.
key.
Yeah.
But, and the cool part is, a lot of these guys are starting off with engines that have $300,000 on them.
Yeah, yeah.
And you run it until you kind of shorten the rods, and then you do it. Hopefully by that time you've gotten the kinks worked out, pun and sort of intended, and then you do a full engine build and have more fun with it. Or just go find another one.
So it talks about like upgrading, injectors, increased oil pressure volume, low pressure fuel supply, PCM tuning, blah, blah, blah. And taking cues from the Cummins crowd.
The big
single turbos, nitrous.
Yeah.
Or Norm as well.
You can't forget. These 7.3s. Yes, I get it. They're not the quickest engine in the world here, but you've got a 7.3. You've got cubic inches to work with to try and light up a large single turbo.
You do.
While I'm not a huge single turbo fan as far as street driving or towing or something like that, for racing, this is where a big single can actually pay off.
Yeah.
Especially on a fucking boat anchor like a 7.3. Just trying to find a room for an extra turbo is pretty.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of room in there.
Well, it's it's pretty simple. You can get quick and consistent index times. You just have to rebuild the entire engine with this kit they're showing right here.
Not every time.
I know. Okay. I know. I'm shitting on OBS or Ford guys in general right now, but it's just kind of funny.
No, I think it's worth saying. If you are trying to make a truck that is incredibly consistent, it would not be a bad idea to get a truck that is like with an engine, and this is where I'm going to kind of compare a 7.3 and a 12 valve real quick. Okay. I know it's kind of hard, right? But I just hear me out here. So we've talked about in the podcast before about certain diesel engines that are just temperamental. Mm-hmm. And like a 6.0 or 6.4, that type of stuff, that's one of them, where it's like you miss one oil change and all of a sudden you've got a Christmas tree of lights on there.
Yeah.
Or you start, you neglect a 6.0 a few times and all of a sudden you've now lifted a head. Whereas something like a 12 valve, you can literally neglect it for decades.
Yeah.
And change all the fluids and nearly get back to what it was before, right?
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, but the problem with that is a 12 valve engine. They're not cheap, okay.
Yeah.
And the truck around it, not always the best to start with.
No, I agree.
And there's just not a whole lot of them out there. Whereas you have 7.3 Power Strokes produced just so many trucks, tons of 7.3s out there, and they are computer tunable, which helps out a lot for drag racing.
Yeah.
Which a 12 valve is not.
Yeah.
But again, you can neglect the shit out of a 7.3, and as it goes, yes, it will go down in power and stuff like that. But
you can neglect a 7.3, but can you neglect a 7.3 that runs in these index times consistently? I don't think you can.
Well, I don't think anybody's neglecting anything with that.
I know, but I think you can neglect a stock 7.3, and they run forever, like they do.
Yeah.
So But once you start getting to the point where you're using your truck for something like this, I think the neglecting
Right. Well, what I'm getting at
shrunk.
there is that you have a bigger, say, safety net.
Yeah.
You have a truck that's not. You're not running a strung out 6.0.
Yeah.
You're running a 7.3 that parts are relatively cheap.
Mm-hmm.
If you happen to tater a block, you can find more.
Mm-hmm.
It's computer controlled, and you're not dealing with some pristine princess engine.
Sure.
At the end of the day, like, it's gonna start.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying these trucks are used. Well, I guess I can't say anything because Matt Mayer is on the freaking screen right there, and that's literally his tow trig.
Freaking love that truck, by the way. I love that. The crew cab, the full 4-door.
Yeah.
Those are like I love Cummins engine, but those generation of trucks are just so damn cool.
It really is I know eventually the term OBS, O-Bias style, is going to start applying to trucks that are even like new right now. Like 20 years, they're going to call 30 years, they're going to call these, OBS trucks or whatever, because they're now still the old bias style, whatever. But in my opinion, the term OBS is 100%.
That's Ford's.
That's Ford's.
Yeah.
That's the, that 92 to 97. And yes, that does encompass some of the IDIs and stuff like that, but that fascia right there.
Yeah.
Those lines, that truck, the fender wells, that is the truck.
It truly is, and I would own one. I would definitely own one of the crew cab, especially a crew cab short bed.
Yeah.
Like, oh god, this truck's so sexy.
They're so good.
Scroll down more. Is there any more interesting things?
There's they got Jelly Belt's truck in there. Let's see, keep going. Yep. 2-valve engine. Yep. Camshaft, hell yeah.
Cam. Studs.
Dual
Oil
high pressure oil
pump.
pumps. Yeah.
Fuel
Big fuel
pump.
pump.
Donkey
Big
dick.
old donkey dick. Fuel supply. Hey, just so you guys know, we do have a screenshot that we can look at right now, but we will post these links on the YouTube video because that's the best place to put links for us.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's cool.
I think it's rad.
I know you do.
I know.
Look at the bed.
Like that was a work truck.
Yeah,
Someone
totally.
was using that, and now it's got a fuel cell strapped down. How badass is that?
Oh god.
If you guys
They're
don't,
all power hungry.
yeah,
There we go.
You know,
Got the-
chipperoonie.
Look at the wiring on it. Just
Yeah, the
hanging
flat
out
ribbon.
There. Just
It's as analog as
look at
digital
that.
could be.
look at that blue wire right there. Just
Yeah.
like looking like it's on its last leg.
Yeah.
Just what is that? Oh, that's a
Yeah.
block heater.
You keep changing filters and throwing oil on that thing, it's gonna go.
It's just gonna go.
That's actually a pretty cool product. That's a basically a manual shifter for that Matt at Irate actually designed and built.
Wow. Looks complicated.
It is a little.
Only having 3 switches.
Yeah.
That's cool.
There's a stroke
Damn.
right there.
Wonder who
get
won
it.
that race though. Look at that Cummins over there.
I'm gonna say Matt did. Matt gets down, dude.
Yeah.
What else got on there? Yeah,
there
Super
you go, Super
D73.
D.
Yeah. I think that's Zach. Go back up real quick, just like 2 lines. Zach Pierce
Yeah.
running a 670 next class. That's a hot truck. That's a good looking
That's a
engine.
good looking engine bay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, they're cool. I definitely have more respect for 7.3s after being friends with you. Like that truck's ugly. Sorry. I probably is really fast, but it's ugly.
It's got a little bit of weight reduction.
It's ugly. Sorry.
Here's Jelly Built. That truck gets down. That was at UCC. They get that. That truck fucks.
Yeah. It looks like it does.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. I dig it. 4,300 pounds.
Yeah.
Golly.
Running a 590 index. Hell yeah.
all
1250 with the
fiberglass.
spray.
Yeah.
And just so you guys know, if there's probably some 7.3 guys maybe screaming at the radio right now. Yes, I fully understand that the heads are the limiting factor on these trucks. I have good source that there are going to be some performance heads on the market sometime soon.
Wow.
I'm not even going to name drop anybody on that because he told me that in complete confidence. It's a he. There you go. There's your hint. It's a he. But that's why you got to spray the living shit out of them.
Yeah.
Basically on fuel only, you're at like 650 tops, maybe 600. But they like nitrous.
Yeah.
Iron block, iron heads. Just feed me, Seymour. Just get it done.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
So Tyler's got a list that he wants to talk about.
Yeah. So we did a podcast about, like, you know, everybody's talking about how, you know, when I say we, I don't mean we. We'll just say government officials want to get rid of fossil fuels.
Right.
What is it, by 2030? No new internal combustion engines to be sold to the market or something like that.
Well, I think that was just in California.
Well, I think other states are following suit on that. But still, that's what they're pushing, right? No more fossil fuels. No more.
Yeah.
Stop drilling. Stop it. I'm sure you guys have seen this before. This is from energy.gov. Okay, this is the government website. U.S. Department of Energy. This is a list of just a few of, I think they said like 6,000 items that are made from fossil fuel and natural gas. So clear off for this one. Okay, you ready? Adhesives, air mattress, ammonia, antifreeze, antiseptamines, antiseptics, artificial limbs, artificial turf, asphalt, aspirin, awnings, backpacks, balloons, ballpoint pens, bandages, beach umbrellas, boats, cameras, candies, and gum, candles, car battery cases, car enamel, cassettes, caulking, CDs, computer discs, cell phones, clothes, clotheslines, clothing, coffee makers, cold cream, combs, computer keyboards, computer monitors, cortisone, crayons, credit cards, curtains, dashboards, denture adhesives, dentures, deodorant, detergent, dice, dishwashing liquid, dog collars, drinking cups, dyes, electric blankets, electric tape, enamel, epoxy paint, eyeglasses, fan belt, faucet washers, which is kind of a weird one, fertilizer, fishing boats, fishing lures, floor wax, food preservatives, footballs, fuel tanks, glue, glycerin, golf balls, golf bags, guitar strings, hair coloring, hair cutters, hand lotion, hearing aids, heart valves, house paint, hula hoops. I know you like that one, hula hoops. Ice buckets, ice chests, ice cube trays, ink, insect repellent, insecticides, insulation, iPad, iPhone, kayaks, laptops, life jackets, lightweight aircraft, lipstick, loudspeakers, lubricants. I know you like that one too. Loudspeakers, I said that. Luggage, model cars, mops, motorcycle helmets, movie film, nail polish, noise insulation, nylon rope, oil filters, packaging, paintbrushes, paint roller, pajamas. Panty? Whoa. Oh, panty. I thought it was a panty house. I was like, whoa. Parachutes, perfumes, permanent press, petroleum jelly, pharmaceuticals, pillow filling, plastic toys, plastics, plywood adhesive, propane, purses, putty, refrigerants, refrigerator linings, roller skate wheels, roofing, rubber cement, rubbing alcohol, safety glasses, shampoo, shaving cream, shoe polish, shoes, sandals, shower curtains, skateboard, skis, soap dishes, soft contact lenses, solar panels, which is ironic. Okay, I'm not going to go through the whole thing here, but the ones that got me the most was the solar panels and wind turbine blades.
Hey!
I mean, like, okay, get rid of fossil fuels. You don't have anything.
So
like,
the scenario that I see with this list is somebody bringing that list up. I imagine it's in like a court or debate scenario or something.
yeah.
That's an erroneous. Where did you get this list? And you guys.
Yeah, the government.
You
know your electric cars you guys are trying to sell us all on?
You made the list.
The car battery cases that are the car battery case.
No one in my department would say that. Your department literally did just say that. That's old. It came out this week.
Yeah. So basically, if they want to get rid of all fossil fuel production, which I know is just asinine, it will never happen because look at all the things that are used from that. But you take your Tesla, your electric car, whatever it is, get rid of everything that's petroleum, that has petroleum in it. What do you have? You have just like metal. You don't have wire insulation. You don't have batteries. You don't have
basically plastic.
Yeah, so bumpers, vinyl.
Interior.
I think that's on there. Interior, like everything.
And most notably,
everything.
Batteries and solar panels.
Yeah, yes, solar panels and wind turbine blades. So
that actually brings me to a recommended follow that I have on Instagram.
Oh,
guys.
yes, let's talk about that guy.
Yeah. So this
guy's great.
This freaking guy. Okay, it came up on my For You page, just like on the Explorer page, and it caught my eye. And it's funny because it's funny how the Instagram algorithm works, right?
Yeah.
So like, I saw it. Once I saw it, I clicked on his profile, immediately followed.
Yeah.
Like with the first 9 posts you can see, I was like, this is my guy. I need to follow this guy. And within me following him, I'd say 4 more of my friends sent me a post of his like, dude.
Yeah.
And part of me wants to go like, I bet you got served that because I just followed him.
Yeah,
and we all
probably.
like the same shit.
Yeah.
Or he just now, Instagram just now
Yeah.
decided to like populate his stuff, or he just paid some money for it. So let me pull it up here.
I wish we had more information on what he's doing and like how it works and that sort of thing. For one, it is absolutely freaking hilarious
Yes.
because it's just like a big middle finger to electric cars.
So the Instagram handle is warped.perception. And I know that sounds like it's just some meme page or something like that, but no, it's apparently it says it's a TV show and engineering fun. I scrolled through, and this guy basically, he likes poking fun of things, engineering, and freaking jet engines.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's my dude. I love jet engines.
Yeah,
Jet
yeah.
engines are sick. He's got a scooter with a jet engine on it.
Yeah. The thing that
But yeah, the crown jewel.
the crown jewel.
And before we get
Okay.
my favorite part about this crown jewel is I genuinely think he thought of this on like a Friday night, bought everything on the weekend, and
Yeah.
started driving it on Monday.
Yeah. Okay. You're talking about the car.
Yeah.
Okay. I was talking about the other thing in the background.
Oh yeah.
But we'll talk about that after the car. But the car it's a Tesla, okay? But in the trunk of the car, he has like diamond plated this box, let's say, that's all visible from the outside. So there's like no trunk lid. And he's got an engine with an absolute obnoxious exhaust on the back that is charging his Tesla. And he posted a video of him like at a hotel. And this thing is just like, it sounds like a kid on a pit bike that is just like nothing but full throttle like the whole time.
So
Like-
and this is how engineering he is. He had to make sure that this motor would charge.
Yeah.
So he tuned and ported the motor to run hard enough to do it.
Yeah.
It says my tuned and ported power plant was so vicious that it melted my entire carbon fiber muffler within 10 minutes. I don't want to give too many details and spoil the video, but this is a custom build power plant that makes 10,000 watts and only weighs about 45 pounds. It's pretty nuts. So apparently I need to follow him on YouTube to follow this also, but like that's why he has like a titanium exhaust.
Yeah.
And you can see the videos of like the exhaust running to charge the battery. The exhaust is glowing red hot.
and it's obnoxiously loud, which is awesome.
I'm gonna see if you can pick this up on the audio here, but let's see here.
This is what it looks like in the daytime. I'm charging up at a hotel before I hit the road.
Oh, that's epic.
Yeah, he's got this Tesla at like some Marriott randomly, and it's in there just ripping away like near Redline to charge his fucking Tesla. Like I love it.
Yeah, me
I
too.
love that.
I wonder, can you charge it while you're driving?
I don't see why not. If he's got a generator on, I mean, it can charge with solar while you're driving. I don't see why
You should
not.
sell kits.
Like that, yeah. So our recommended follow of the day here is maybe we should make that a normal
Maybe we should.
follow of the day. We'll call
yeah.
it follow of this. Recommended follow for this episode is warped.perception.
Okay, now the thing that I thought was
Yeah.
like super freaking crazy, and I can't wait to see this thing actually run. So in one of his videos, he like pans over that he's like helping a buddy with a pontoon boat. This looks like a 1985 pontoon boat with a giant ass jet engine on this thing, dude. Like, like the jet engine is like 3/4 half the size of the freaking pontoon boat.
So he says, my first stop with the cordless Tesla, I'm visiting a guy who's building a jet-powered pontoon boat with a 3,500-pound turbine. Absolute insanity.
I'd be scared. I would not ride in that thing. Like it's like a two-tune, like old school fishing pontoon.
Yeah.
And it's got this giant ass jet engine sitting in the middle of it. like whoever this dude is and his friends are out there.
So and
That's
they're out there, and I love it. I love how this always makes me think of grandpas, or at least my grandpa, one of my grandpas. He was that kind of guy where he would, if the instructions, this is the example my dad always gave me. If the instructions for lighting the charcoal grill said to place, charcoals 2 inches apart, he would be the guy that would have a tape measure out with his barbecue and figure out how to put the charcoal 2 inches apart.
Yeah.
Everywhere else, so he could light and even heat everything.
Yeah.
But then after that, the next time we do it, he would continuously in his garage take measurements and figure out if his particular barbecue, if he need to have them closer or further apart.
Yeah.
And then potentially write a letter to the coal people. Just, not as like a FU, but hey, just to let you know, I'm here in Sacramento, California. My elevation's this. My barometric pressure was this. It was this hot on this day. Here's the weather forecast. Here's what
Using
I did.
a Weber 6533.
Not to be confused with the 6534.
Yeah.
This is the older version.
Yeah.
They use a slightly different powder coating. I contacted the manufacturer, so I understand that. And these are the results I found. If I placed them a 1/4 inch closer, I could increase my BTUs by 45%.
Yeah.
Which in most cases, average people, they're grilling steaks 1 to 1.5 inches thick.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily need to have BTUs for 4.5 hours. You just really need BTUs for a good concentrated, 10, 15, 25 minutes. And I found that if I increased them a 1/4 inch, I got those BTUs.
Yeah.
So the more you know.
Yeah.
Signed, Joseph Little. It's like, that's the kind of guy my dad's dad was.
That's like the guy, like the customers we get that'll like get something and, they'll come with instructions and then they'll like email you back, but install went great. But page 2, C3 instruction says this. It actually would work better if you did this. It's like, got it, dude. We don't make it.
Yeah. So that's the that's our recommended follow. I freaking love jet engines. I love the fact that he put a god dang generator on a Tesla.
I want more information on that. Like how fast does it charge compared to an actual plug-in? Still to this day, I've only ever seen one person use a plug-in charger ever. As I'm like driving to work and that sort of thing, which I drive by one.
There's a Tesla cop in Spokane.
Did you hear they're getting rid of them? They're already getting rid of them. They won't meet their needs.
I think scared the shit out
So
of me.
I saw it, he was right around here, like right around our building. But then I saw an article that was like, they didn't work out.
Didn't see that one coming.
Yeah. I got a high speed.
Yeah.
I put it in ludicrous mode and it only lasted 5 minutes. I don't know.
Yeah. I had a high speed chase.
Yeah.
But, I'm going to need a tow truck.
Yeah. Or a generator.
Or a generator.
Yeah. Golly. Well, yeah. Anything else? What's new?
No, that's about it. That's all I had on that one. I'm freaking excited. Actually, no, I got one other thing. So I was scrolling through, might have been either Facebook, Instagram, maybe an article I read, and they're talking about motorsports, RPM Act, all that kind of good stuff.
Oh.
And there's this whole big push for, they're like, well, if we're not going to have gas vehicles, we need to have, electric F1 or electric Indy cars and all that kind of stuff. And
they do have electric F1 right now.
I do. Yeah, they do.
Formula E.
And I'm all about the evolution of racing. Okay.
Yeah.
That I think that's one of the inherent traits of men, especially. I would say most Americans and a certain breed of Europeans and everybody over there, but they just have the innate need to race shit. Like I currently follow a page on Instagram. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but there is a electric scooter racing league.
I saw that. I didn't know if it was just like a joke.
I thought it was a joke too. I followed
serious.
it. It's real.
Wow.
They're like leathers. It's in a league.
I feel like I'd rock at that. Like I can rock a scooter.
It's hilarious because they're barely shaving time off of stuff, and they're just like, "There goes Cortez around the corner.
He's taking the inside.
He gave him an elbow." And all you hear is like,
Yeah. Do you know what's funny? It's funny that you bring up F1 because I actually I watched on Netflix. There's the It's not like a documentary. It's like a It's kind of like a reality show. It's a reality show, but it's not like a staged reality show where they're going through like the different teams and showing, talking with the drivers. Like they're actually racing, and it's through the season, but it's through perspectives of different teams on different episodes.
Is that Netflix?
Yeah, it's actually really good.
I've when I have time to watch something on my own, I watched a couple of those.
So I've never really been into any like NASCAR, which NASCAR I'm still not like 100% in on. I think it's cool. I'd like to go to an event, and I'd probably like it more if I actually went there. But like the F1 stuff is pretty intense.
Very
intense. And it's way more intense than I even thought it would be.
So if you think, I always think logistics.
Yeah.
Getting a car from here to there, getting a team from here to there, doing all that kind of stuff. If you think that's crazy just in the United States, imagine having a race in Europe, and the next weekend you got to be in Africa.
Yeah, it's wild. It's wild, and the amount of money, the amount of as far as racing goes, with any automobile, F1 drivers have the most complicated and life-threatening. That's like the most complicated and life-threatening racing sport. I think.
High speed, open wheel. Yeah, totally.
Have you seen their steering wheels? The amount of shit that they have to do on every turn on a steering wheel, like they're switching like the fading of the brakes, the like engine arm, like they're doing so much that they have to get done in fractions of a second to be able to take. Like I was watching an interview with Lewis Hamilton, which he drives for Mercedes. Obviously, very, very, he won a lot. But he was like going through, like they had his steering wheel, and he's like, I have to do this.
Video.
It's mind blowing how much.
The steering wheel looks like a remote control for a video game, but even more. Like
with more buttons.
Yeah, it looks like it's the actual video game itself.
It's wild. Yeah. It is wild. So I started kind of getting into it, which it's cool. Like it's pretty wicked. That I don't like. I know there's the electric racing out there, but the thing that is missing is that noise, baby.
Yeah,
give me those R's. Like even watching it on TV, just hearing them go, just like is just wild.
Yeah.
It is just freaking crazy. So yeah, that's all I had to say.
So and I think I think about it. It may have been actually on Joe Rogan or something like that. But they were talking about, okay, let's say electric is the future. Okay, he's like, I went to an electric F1 race, or I started crunching numbers on an electric F1 race, and you got to remember, each one of these cars, if the whole thing is they're saving energy and making sure that we have energy for everybody, each one of these cars, they consume, one car for one weekend consumes, it was like, I don't know what, these numbers are arbitrary, but you're going to hear the point at the end. It's like they consume X amount of watts or kilowatts, 500,000 kilowatts for that, whatever. And they're like, it takes less than one, it was like 1.8 kilowatts to power a home for a year in Europe.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
Like if you want to talk about energy savings, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Like that's
then the batteries they must go through.
Yeah.
Because obviously when they go to pit, they're switching out battery packs.
Yeah.
Like they're like, and you can't tell me those things are like, yeah, we've been running this pack for 5 years. Bullshit.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
I think one of the things you said in one of the other podcasts was one of the guys saying like, yeah, if you're going to run and use a hybrid, you have to use actual documented green energy for it.
Yeah. Like
I think
wind
the
or
F1,
solar.
F1 guys, like, how good is your technology? When you get there, everybody once everybody's there, you can open your shades on your solar panel. You can put your wind turbine up.
Yeah.
You can, who's got the best technology on that to go with their car? Didn't have enough energy to finish the race? Sorry, bud. Better figure it out.
There'd be like a 30-minute like pause in racing where everybody's in the pits charging, like, and it'd just be dead quiet on the track. Like,
it'd be hilarious.
There'd
like
be a guy sweeping.
Yeah, we have to get 200 laps.
Yeah,
and it's like, oh, but they could technically call the race if everybody dies.
I think they should if they're so into green energy and they should for every like pit stop, it like takes a certain amount of time off of your, even though it already takes time off your lap, but it should be like a penalty. I think it should be a penalty. Like you have to pit to charge. Well, that's a penalty. You're using petrol. You're using, you know.
You got these big ass generators just ripping in the background. You can't hear the cars, but you can hear like 8 dozen generators.
8 Cummins, in one truck. Just building power. Like, oh gosh, as there's some little African kid digging for the lithium for the batteries.
Yeah. Going back to his
Sorry,
home.
my hands hurt.
Yeah. Warming his family with dung. Burning
seriously.
shit.
Yeah. Working for 3 pennies a day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Clean energy.
Yeah, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
This beer's a little warm. First world problems. This African amber is a bit
Oh, God.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to about wrap this episode up. We greatly appreciate all of you guys tuning in. If you have any opinions on electric racing cars, let's freaking hear about it.
Yeah.
I want to get this discussion going. And again, I do want to hear, should we do Discord or private Facebook group? You tell me and we'll make it happen. Thanks for tuning in. See you in the next one.
Bye.